We are on, guys. Let's wait a few minutes. Ciao, Milena. Nice to see you here.
Ciao, ciao. Hi.
I will try to unmute everyone, and then whenever you are free to talk, I'm gonna ask you directly. But let me see, how can I do this? Okay, mute. Good. Hi, Genoveva. Nice to see you. So, I just came back from eating a nice gelato ice cream, and we were talking about how can we actually help today in this webinar. And because most important thing is that we are here for you primarily. So if there is any topic, any particular things that you would like to discuss or questions, feel free to ask anytime.
To jump in, yeah.
Jump in. During the week, you're also welcome to send any email or messages with anything, any topic that we would like to get more a deep analyzing more about that particular subject. And most importantly, we will try our best to actually find out exactly what you need. And so, let's say today how did we say that we were structured?
We want to talk a little bit about structure today, and the reason for that is because, first of all, it's a long time since we talked about structure in the sense of creating a morning routine, creating let's say good habits that will bring us forward into more the lifestyle that we want. And I think that structure is a little bit undervalued. Sometimes we tend to just go back into our normal habits and what feels good in the now. But we always need to be aware of, yes, we need to have a good lifestyle at the moment, but we also need to somehow create some action steps that will bring us closer to the goals that we have. So structure, I think, is really undervalued. Like I said, we have started really to dig really deep into this, because actually we used to be quite disciplined through our profession as a ballroom dancer. Like, we practiced every day. Now during COVID, of course, everything is a little bit up and down, but so we used to be, let's say, quite structured, but nevertheless we were not structured at all in our business, and it just lacked consistency, and it just lacked understanding of where we were going, because sometimes it's very easy to be busy. And for me personally, sometimes I still tend to fall into that category, that when I feel like, oh, I'm doing a lot of things and I'm really busy all the time, I feel like I'm doing a lot, but in the end, I'm just doing a lot of rubbish that won't bring me anywhere. So creating a structure is really, really key if we want to really make a progress in our business. And one of the first things I think is very important is to create a plan of your week, to see how much time you actually just spend on anything. And actually, Davide, he did that with his father, actually, I think a few weeks back, right?
Yeah,
maybe share a little bit about that.
Yeah, I tried to actually help my father simply get organized, because I could see him, he was overwhelmed and stressed.
He just went on pension, yeah? So he suddenly had an ocean of time. Yeah.
And then those big change in life, that you're having 2 jobs, and then all of a sudden you got 0, and then you feel that you have all the time in the world, you end up really not taking any action, because you think you have time, so you keep postponing, and you say, yeah, it's okay, I can do tomorrow, I got time tomorrow. And then tomorrow become next week, and next week become next month become next year, and you haven't done anything at the end. So I'm not a big fan of this New Year revolution or whatever. Resolution, because it's about actually consistency in the long run, and take small steps that help you to move forward. So I try to help my father, and I say to him, what is actually bothering you, what it is that is frustrating you, And the answer, yeah, you know, I feel kind of, I have too many things to do. And then I have your mother that is sending me here and there, supermarket, go here, buy this and buy that. And then I end up doing nothing during the day. So I become a slave of others rather than accomplish what I want in a day. And then I said to him, okay, so why not let's try to be more organized with yourself first. Have a look on your weekly schedule. What is something that has first priority, which, for example, in this time, it will be staying with family and nephew, sleep enough, and actually trying to have your own activity going, whether if it's walking or running, exercise, trying to get these into the structure. Then you start to structure your own work. If you still, he still want to do some side work passion, because he's an insurance man, so he has a lot of contacts. He still want to keep contact with his client and so on. So he want to keep doing that. I say, so set a time that you want to invest into that. Maybe 4-8 hours a week, where you set up this specific time only for that purpose, where you are going to reconnect and help your current customer. And then organize yourself over a period of week. And then you, every Sunday, you go and review if there is anything to add, reviewing, maybe something pop up and you need to change plan. So always be flexible. You don't need to be a slave of the plan, but you are in control of the plan. So you're actually trying to structure how you want at the end, but make sure you prioritize the right thing, because otherwise you end up actually reacting, and you are not actually responding to the situation, but you end up reacting. And what I mean by that is that you start to be very influential.
It's your emotions that take over, and
yes,
you become just following your mood, and that's very inconsistent.
Absolutely. So this doesn't bring you so
further.
Far and further as much as you wish. So we need to go into that certain area, let's say. I
think that step one, which how we approached actually with his father's situation, was to ask him to just write down what he was spending his time on and how long each thing took. So instead of thinking what he wanted to do first, let's analyze what you are doing already. So in this case, you can really see how much time, like in between each task, he was just being busy, doing nothing. And that's really interesting, because then you can start seeing, oh my God, I'm really spending, or I have 1 hour here, I have 2 hours here, I have half an hour here. And suddenly you really start seeing, oh my God, I have a lot of time. Like I thought I didn't have any time, but actually when you look at the day, you do have some holes that you definitely can use in a better way.
Yeah.
And I remember when I did it in the beginning, the first thing that I did was to write down sleeping time, eating time, like grocery shopping, cooking time, toilet time. Like there's a lot of, let's say, every day, when are you cleaning your house? Like there's so many household hours that you spend that you don't know you're spending, that you just do like throughout the week. But actually, if you structure it in, you can put it, and then you know, okay, this 1 hour I'm not gonna answer phone calls, I'm not gonna write a quick email there and then do some vacuum cleaning or whatever. You do, okay, 1 hour, fine, this is my cleaning time, fine, I will do that. You know, and you will actually enjoy it, because you will be fully into that, and you won't hammer yourself in your mind, oh my God, I still have to do that, because otherwise it's like a constant war in your mind, that with remembering all the things you have to do and hammering all the things you haven't done, and like it's a constant war in your mind. So really actually doing this, instead of feeling that you have to be a slave of the time and of the plan that you're doing, for me, at least how I looked at it, and like for David as well, in our case, we really felt that it was help. It was like a tool. And we just wanted to really share it with you guys, because when you are fully dedicated to whatever you do, so it doesn't have to be business, but let's say vacuum cleaning in this case, let's just say when you're fully like dedicated to that, you're so much more at peace with yourself and in your mind, and you will enjoy it suddenly, you know. Or if you have kids, you spend 2 hours with your kids playing, but you won't be in your mind in a different place. You will actually be fully present there. So anyway, structure for us is really a key, and it's much better to do like a little bit on your business more days a week than to do a full day of business, because your mind is gonna explode.
Yeah. But I mean, we are all guilty of doing those mistakes. We were there as well. We were jumping from emotion to emotion, reaction and reaction. So you really felt that you know that something was not right, but you didn't know what, until we discovered this structure, and that is all about focusing, sharp, and make yourself disciplined. That if you are putting yourself in an hour doing business, your phone, put it aside, because this is going to have a lot of distraction. And I find myself guilty of staying through my laptop, and my Facebook, it's open, and then you all receive all this notification, boom, boom. It was all distraction, and some of them I know that I don't bother, but some of them attract me because maybe it was something that was interesting me in my list to do. For example, in SFM there is the groups and so on. People are commenting or post something about a specific topic that it's interesting me. Well, the best idea is to close Facebook, open when you need that, and see what you can find. Because otherwise, then you say, oh, actually, this is let's jump, have a look for a few minutes, and then that few minutes become an hour. Then you have lost an hour of productivity because we keep jumping. So don't worry, we have been there.
We still are there.
We are still doing sometimes, and this, as much as I love it because it can reach anyone, anywhere in the world, but still you need to be disciplined also with this, because scrolling, it comes a passion, not a passion, come si dice, la moda?
Fashion.
A fashion now. It's a fashion. So it's a fashion to scroll and get just your day in scrolling. So we need to find structure and discipline.
Yeah.
That's the best key.
Just regarding this actually structure thing that we're talking about, I just want to share one thing which for me was a huge thing, and regarding the phone actually, is evening routine and morning routine. And it's something that I never did until until this year actually, until COVID. Because our lifestyle before COVID was traveling every week, different time zones, different continents, constantly, every day was different. So we never had a schedule. And that's why we always just used to be very spontaneous, and also like every time we had just a little peak hole of time, we would just jump on the computer and do something, just get as much as we could done in that 1 hour or 1.5 hours. But it would always be like waiting for a flight or like commuting somewhere. So anyway, so what happened when COVID happened was just suddenly we were stuck in one place. And at first I was like really scared. I was like, shit. Because normally when I'm 2 weeks in the same place, I feel like, oh, I have to get out of there. I want to travel. I want to go somewhere. So for me, it was really, in the beginning, I was not stressed, but I was fearing a little bit how I would react. And suddenly then what happened opposite was that actually the stability is really amazing, because you can create these structures. And really this has been quite a big difference in how we are doing our life now in general. Is actually we created this evening routine and morning routine. So evening routine is very short. It's just before we go to bed, we just basically do some affirmations, and we do it separately. I think or say them out loud for myself. He does the same thing. Some days I might need to listen to some meditation or something online, and I'm actually just trying different things. I'm I'm not very specific with one thing, but just listening to something positive before I fall asleep for me is a huge change, because the way how you go to bed is the way you wake up. And you imagine it's like you're marinating, 7 hours or 8 hours, whatever, when you're sleeping, and the thoughts that you're having just before you go to bed, they are most likely the thoughts that you will have when you wake up. And if you are thinking to yourself, oh shit, I didn't do that, you will wake up, ooh, I have to do this and this, So it's just really, and then the whole day will just be like that. And you will jump, like David says, straight into your phone, you will just jump straight on it, remember, like trying to do all the things that you didn't do yesterday. And, and it just becomes like this kind of habit, or this kind of system. And what I did then was that I started doing those affirmations in the evening, waking up in a better way, and not touching the phone for the first at least 1 hour. And it actually becomes 1.5, where I'm not touching at all the phone. David also.
Yeah.
And it's my time, it's his time. We even don't speak sometimes.
Yeah. So we find each other very, very similar but different in a way.
Yeah.
So we the most important thing is that I wake up and I'm not distracted by the phone and everything else that is going on in the world. Whether if it's a message, whether if it's I don't know, an email. Like, I'm very guilty also as well on looking at my phone and see emails if are important emails. If those are important, set up my day straightly. Like, I start to think, okay, I need to answer this. What I'm gonna answer? And my brain goes, okay, I need to do this. So like a machine. And I have been there. I've done the mistake. Sometimes I still do. But I gave myself a rule that I open the phone and I see if there is any important message for real, which is either family or work. That's it. Any email, anything can
When
wait.
he says work, he means our dancing work, in the sense that, let's say a student maybe want to change the lesson time.
Yeah.
So if a lesson is cancelled, or if a lesson is moved, or something like that. Like,
we need to
know, so the structure of our day will change in that case.
Yeah.
But work with SFM, nothing.
No,
work other than change of schedule, nothing.
Nothing.
And family, it's only if, like, you never know.
No, if it's only an important message, I don't know. For example, I'm going to share with you. Friday, my brother came back from work. He's an engineer working in Africa, Algeria, and he came back and is positive to COVID. So what do? You wake up, you see the message, you say, okay. So, you start to worry. And of course you worry. Also because I'm in a time different zone. So when I'm awake, they are going to bed. So I cannot even reach to them. So what can I do?
Yeah.
But
so basically, just this thing about the phone, it's really for us, it was a big change when we started not looking at the phone as the first thing in the morning, because it really does change your mood. This is the thing. When you get news, or even just society, or even you just see pictures of your friends or whatever in social media, you receive emotions.
Absolutely.
And it just change how you are acting. And this is okay. I mean, it's normal. It's a natural part of being a human being. But if we really want to change our lifestyle, and if we really want to make a big progress or change, from going from A to B, we can't rely on our emotions. We need to rely on our actions.
Yes.
And it's our actions which will bring us to a better lifestyle. So we need somehow to a little bit tune in and take away all this external, let's say, mess which there is in the world.
One good book that I would recommend is The Miracle Morning. So if you ever going to have the chance to, let's say, create your own time for yourself, that you really feel that you don't got time for yourself to do the things that you really like, maybe the morning could be a solution. Wake up when the world's still asleep, and make time for yourself, only yourself. Now, guys, before I move on, any question out there? Any specific topic you would like to share, or any win, anything that is particularly stopping you, or
something great,
that happened that you want to share? Anything? Just raise your hand. I'm gonna unmute maybe. Not yet. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, so I will keep going. Please, if you have any question, just raise your hand so I know that you yeah. So another thing. Now, for all of you that are actually
new,
some of you have entered through SFM with a free account. Some of you are already a member, all-in member. And I just want to share with you my screen on how you actually log in as a free account and where you need to go to start your module, which is your first module. So I'm going to have a quick share of the screen here. And I'm going to jump over here. Can you all see the screen? Okay, let me move the bar. Yes. Okay, so this is the link that I will basically provide in a short video that I will make for all of you, new members. No, they're all going to have this, I think. Okay. Yeah. So this is the link that I'm going to provide in the email for you. And once you're coming in, you can see the email and password. I'm going to just log in. Probably you should remember your password when you create your free account. And here actually is bringing me directly to my SFM dashboard. Now, this is what you're going to see. Let me move this again. So this is the platform for SFM. If it doesn't appear at first, you need to click to those 9 buttons up here, and you actually go to the 6-figure mentors. And here is where you find this current page that you're seeing on the screen. And as a free account, you will have access to module 1 only. So you press start now, and here come Amazing Stewart with the system for selling online. You can see here introduction, selling online, advertising online, website, list building, providing value. And after you have pressed play and watched the video, be aware that down below there might be something very valuable or some resource that they are giving to download, maybe a PDF or something that will be
also exercise you have to do.
Yeah, something that they want you to do. And once you finish, then you press next step, and then it's going to go to the next video. You can see. So there is different topic, online selling system, team story, and so on. So I'm going to go through. And yeah, and as well with the dashboard, if I go, let me go home. Here is your consultant, and in case you have any question, or he is the best person that you can actually reach out.
Any questions regarding like the system, or if you can't access here, or like what is your next steps? All of these things, you can ask your consultant.
For any issue technically there is also the chat here.
The chat, yeah.
And you can see here, you can send a message anytime, and the support will answer as soon as they can.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will see your referral partner, which is me and Caroline, and that's it. As an only member, you might already know that you will have access fully to all the membership, the modules from 1 to 7. Then you're gonna have access.
What about actually the training calendar? Training calendar, basically, you can put it so that it's in your time zone, and you can see all the different type of calls which will be available in the time zone, like they will convert it already for you. So it's really cool and so much easier because you never really know where people are and what they're doing. But it's really, really awesome that you can see the different calls, and then you can just sign up for it directly there. I'm actually not aware when you are a free member if you do have access to those things, but definitely if you are a full member, you have access to these live calls.
You're gonna have access to all of them. And so I go back.
Sorry, I just wanted to add that because I think it's a really cool feature and much easier to.
You actually, you don't need to log in and ask when is the webinar. You're just gonna have in your calendar, and then you can choose if you want to join or not. And you don't have to join to all of them.
We
you can
never
easily
all of them.
never. We just choose the webinar that can help us to moving from where we are to where we want to go. That's it. If there is anything extra that I have the spare time for it, maybe I'm gonna join. But so far, I have been really action taker.
Selective.
That is, I select what I need. Very important for me, because otherwise you start to watch too many things and then never go to the goal that you wanna achieve. So another important thing is the all-in member. You're gonna have access to LinkedIn Learning, which is a platform for created for LinkedIn Corporate, and there you can have access to tons of training that you can learn anything. Even, for example, morning routine. Let's say you want to create your own morning routine, but you don't know where to start from, right? And then you go here, and then it's going to giving you all different type of tips and trick that you can start to apply from day one. So this is another massive value here. And let me go back.
And there's like courses for so many things there.
Yeah.
Like marketing, how to write emails, how to be on camera, there's many different things.
Everything you need to actually have your business up and running.
But again, be selective. Go in there already knowing what it is you're searching for, and then find the course you need, take the course, and then take action on what you have to do. Don't just take a course just for taking it.
And then you're gonna have Mentors, which is a platform which is on beta right now. They're testing it, and probably they will launch after summer. And this is basically the vision that Stuart and Jay had about creating a safe space for all those people, which is like-minded people. They have invested I think was
a lot
$2 million. It was a lot of money invested
to create
this platform, and they want to make this open to the world for a fee, because they want to keep a safe space for all of us where we can share anything from live meditation, anything that a person needs in order to go to the next level, and even regarding training, and I mean a lot of things is happening here. And I think they want to soon move from Facebook to Mentors. So soon SFM Tribe, SFM groups, Mastermind, they will slowly move to this platform. So we won't bother to get annoyed through Facebook, all of this notification stuff that they're always distracting you. So that's basically it.
I think, can you just share? Sorry.
Let me see, what do you want to share?
Just to go back, I just wanted to, for the ones who are already all-in members, there is as well modules inside the Mentors platform, just in case that somebody is asking about, like, or hearing something about it. So there is the modules that Davide showed you guys in the front page of SFM in your back office, which are the modules that you should go through when you just come in. So focus on them. Go through them. There is a lot there to digest and a lot of exercises as well to do. So really focus on them in the beginning. Take your time to do it. Can be overwhelming, can be a lot, but definitely it's worth it. And it's really gonna set the foundation of your success and of your journey. Especially when you go through module 2, it's a lot about the mindset. It's a lot about understanding why you want to do it and really dig deep. And I think that this is so important when you start out something new. Now, if you go into the Mentors, they have created or Stuart has created basically these new modules. I do like this because they are newer than the other ones, and it's more about organic. Organic means that that instead of doing paid advertising, when you start doing advertising, you can do basically organic, so free advertising. You're just throwing content out on the internet. Of course, you have a plan for it and a strategy why to do so and where to do it. But it's really, really a good. I'm going through it. I'm now already in module 6. 3 days. I just dive. How do you say dive deep? Sorry, my English here. Into these modules because they're really, really super awesome, and you gain a lot of information. So Davide, he just went through very quickly though. Did you see how you logged into that? Basically, you come in from mentors, you go into education,
you go to
trainings. And as well here you can see there's also a few trainings which you can go through, but the one I'm talking about
from scratch.
Online business from scratch. So here there's also the some training videos. Module you can see there on the right hand side, module 1 through to 7, and then the case study updates.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good as well. So if you have if it's something you have in mind, he's talking a lot in this one about like finding a more your own kind of passion style based business. And it's a lot about, let's say for example you want to start a blog, or you want to start a YouTube channel, or you want to start a small e-commerce store or something like that, and how to do it and how to how to do it.
So first of all, I want to say that all this new training that you see now on the screen, I think they launched it 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get all this training when we first started. Mm-hmm. And this is just showing you how massive on a constant value the company and the education is giving. Yeah. It's like never-ending support for us. So we really appreciate that, because it's helping us and everyone, and we feel that we are all in the same boat. So we are actually make all of this happen through education. So we learn new things, go and practice, and make them success. So let us having success also in terms of financial freedom, which is why we are all here.
Yeah,
we are all here for that purpose.
I just want to share this thing that actually, like, generally on the internet, but even within the community, there is so much information, and there is a lot of trainings and so many things to do and see and learn and experience and all of these things that often you can get really overwhelmed, or in the sense that you feel like, wow, there's so much knowledge, where to start, you know. So I just want to share that when you start out, don't worry. Take one step at a time, take one day at a time, and go through the modules first. Once you're through the modules, so the modules, when I say modules, I mean the one that Davide showed in SFM back office. Once you're through those modules, then we can then come to us and ask for help or guidance on what then to do. But until you have done the modules, really don't worry too much about all the other things that you see or hear or do. Definitely interact with people, speak with people, open up, say, hello, I'm here, I'm new, nice to be here, like introduce yourself if you feel like it. Everybody's here to help, and so no harm done at all doing it, but definitely just take your time and kind of digest what you're seeing. And then once you're through the modules, it's time to then really take action and start doing. But I would say until you're through the modules, my suggestion would be to more be on the digesting and informative side of it, and then go into the going after.
Absolutely. I think one thing that I have learned a lot about is actually the capacity to start in a mindset of growing. So myself is approaching learning curve. So there's a lot to learn, because everything was new. When I first started, I didn't know zero. zero. So my job was actually to learn the skill. So I put myself into that mindset. Before I need to see any result, before I need to see even $1, I need to learn because I had no idea. So I didn't know what was affiliate marketing, e-commerce, import-export. Like all these opportunity came out, and I said, wow, this is good stuff, but let me learn. So one thing that Stuart does is that actually he's placing for you the fundamental, the foundation for you to grow any type of business later on. I mean, I feel impressed by the skills that I have learned in the past almost 2 years, that you can actually jump into any field because you have the knowledge. So it doesn't matter if I want to sell, or if I want to sell a service, if I want to sell a product, if I want to help a company to get more clients, for example. I'm doing this with my own current studio where we teach here. I say to my let's say boss, I say, boss, I have learned this. I think it's gonna help the company a lot. Do you think we can have an hour and discuss about how can I help? So, sure, why not? Actually, there's a lot of need in the company because we haven't done like at all marketing in general, and I have no clue. I just launched a campaign the other day, no result, no nothing. And what he was doing was just a simple campaign in Facebook where he just said the best studio in Hong Kong, enroll. You know, there is a lot to study behind. So that's why
we asked him, so what about Google Tag Manager? What about Pixels? And he just, huh?
So what? So all these skills that I learned, I managed to actually show the studio that my skills are worth 10 clients, like in matter of 10 was it 10 weeks, something like that. So the power of that knowledge, that particular know how to bring clients with good intent, because all you want to do is to help people. Go into the studio, have fun, enjoy those hours, and then go back to your normal life. Those are requiring skills to put yourself in the mindset of the client. And that is exactly what they teach you here at SFM. Mm-hmm. So it is really, really powerful to get to know who you want to market to, and then all the technical stuff you will learn like this, because there's a training screen that is showing you do this and do that and then go here and then go that. So you will basically just copy what the video does. Those technical stuff are important because they will be the structure for your business to go up and running. But everything else it's all about you understand your customer. And this is so powerful because once you understand, then you can sell ebook, you can sell books, you can go in any field, podcast. I mean, courses. It's endless. I seriously see that there's an endless opportunity. I can start to write a list, but probably I will not know from where to start because all of them will be exciting on a different level. That's why you choose around your passion, because the power is there.
So guys, I think this was it for today. We have less than a minute left. I can see on our clock.
Yes, yeah. So please, any question, reach out.
Yeah, write in our group. We have a Facebook group. For the ones who are not in there, I will try to reach out to you by email and send you the invite. And just reach out. Any questions, we're here for you, with you, and.
Don't worry, you are not alone, guys. We were there. We were trying to make it everything by ourselves. Doesn't work. You will be alone. Trying to find yourself alone, it's not the way to go. Yeah. So please reach out whenever you want. We will be here. Okay? So have an amazing Sunday, everyone. Take care, and I see you next Sunday. Ciao, ciao, everyone. Take care.
Bye.